Well, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Cars, Bikes and Boats, of course here on the Birnie Family YouTube channel. And as you can see, we're still on the Land Rover project for this episode here. And again, as you can see, we're up on ramps. So basically guys, in the other videos we're sorting out underneath the arches. I've still got the other two to do, but that's fine, I'll grab them today. And the hope is, I've just found the little areas of rust, a couple of little holes underneath that I've chopped through and left. But what we've done is undersealed really beautifully, underneath the arches there, So now it's time to go under. So I'll show you that in just a second. So here we go guys, up underneath the front end of the Land Rover. And of course you guys have had Discovery 2s before, this will be quite a familiar sight for you. But as you can see, we've started doing all the undersealing inside the archway. Now we need to do it out here. But what we need to do first guys is power wash. That's the diff there, we need to power wash all these bits and pieces, check it out. And there's the steering rack, and oh me, that's a suspension bar there. And of course that's the back of the hub. Is absolutely nailless with the, it's a bit of a wee oil going on up there. Find out where that's coming from. But yeah, it's absolutely power wash this guy. And then we're going to turn him around. Yeah, so look who I've got. He's back. And Emily, you're back, aren't you, baby? And what we've done guys is we've turned the car around. It's now facing the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we've got the 7 seats, look, we've got the 7 seats out. There's the middle 3 and obviously the front 2, you guys. Oh, look at this. Hey, David's got milk. Eh? I wish it was real to pay for this MOT. But as you can see in the back guys, look, we've got blocked out windows. You've got your little window up there. You can see right through, that's great. And it basically keeps this bit nice and cool, especially if you've got a doggy, eh guys? Yeah.
Which we're gonna get 2.
Yeah. And as you can see, wife is back to it with the T-cut and wax. And obviously, like I said, we're just doing exactly the same again this side guys. This side of the car, the wheels are much better, as you can see. They look really nice, but they're going to get changed anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're still going to paint them and get them all done. So guys, instead of me just going through exactly the same thing, I'll maybe just do them and just show you the bits that need done. So we can make a bit of a tally, and then we'll get it back up onto its, back up on the ramps. Yeah, so just quick under the front passenger side guys, look, and you'll see we've got a bit going on there. That's been a plate from before. I can't even remember. One of the guys at the garage must have done that. But this one is a lot less than the others. This one looks much better. Obviously had a couple of bits of war wounds you guys from off-roading and stuff, but that's just going to happen. Maybe get some more of them if I can actually. Yeah guys, nothing. And I'm really happy. The actual chassis itself has been really good guys, and that's the bit I was concerned about, was having chassis issues, but we look to be okay. Right guys, so we just got the K-rust on and that little bits I was a bit bothered about. Still need to give it more of a rubbing, so I let it dry off. But this is good, this is the only one I've found. And I know as I poke my finger in there, I can feel the engine bay. There's like a sound deadening part there. It feels like a, just spongy look. And of course all the muck coming up off the wheel, as you can imagine, could go up through that hole. So that would be a fail I would think. So basically guys, all I'll really do is paint around it like that. And leave that for my boy Stuart, and then I'll just cover it over with underseal when he gets that solid. But the chassis, like I said, was my main concern, guys. That's a different kind of welding, structural welding. This stuff's just sort of straightforward, really, for the pros. I was kind of going to go for it myself, but I'll keep thinking about it. I might. Right guys, so here we are underneath the back, as you can see, and we're looking okay guys. It's just looking like a lot of surface stuff, especially here in the chassis and everything looks absolutely fine. I'm just going to rip that bit off guys, we don't need that, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, we are actually looking really good under here. I'm quite happy, and I'll try and go as far in as I possibly can to do all the paint work. Yeah, so hopefully, as you can see, you guys, rubbing it all back and stuff, I'm actually going to take the grinder and just lightly get these bits here as well, you can see in the middle. And a lot of that's actually old underseal, believe it or not. And of course up here you can see, from years ago painting it, it's still good up in there. And everything kind of looks okay to me. We're looking good. I'm just going to try and paint it as far as I possibly can. But obviously you see with the Land Rover design, all these arms that are all part of the axle articulation, which makes a Land Rover a Land Rover. So there'll be a wee bit to clean up and paint, but it'll be well worth it again guys. I think it'll be well worth it. Look, messed up the power wash. I really should have cleaned that thing. And as I started doing all the underseal, didn't really film much of it because it's just painting really, isn't it? But yeah, all these arms and all the bits and pieces for the the 4x4 suspension guys are all there, but they're not looking the greatest. However, they're solid. And I think, guys, what we're going to need to do is like a major overhaul at some point, you know, for all the price of these, you know, these struts and bits and pieces and shock absorbers. Because see, with Land Rovers, you've got a lot of this, you know, and it's all to do with axle articulation. I did get this back door lock done, guys. It was really simple, you know, just a screwdriver to take that out. I've never done it before, and some lubricant either side, and now she opens and closes absolutely fine. But as you can see, guys, look, here's the interior, and obviously the boot's always, you know, a bit scuffed and whatnot. We know we really used to keep the dog in here on holiday, and of course wheels and tyres and car parts and all sorts of stuff, so I'm actually quite surprised it still looks that good, you know. But as you can see, guys, you know, it could be done with a nice wash, you know, look at that. But Sharon's going to hit that and just to really bull it up and make it look good. Right, guys, so that's back end done, and under the arches along the sill, and obviously we've done that bit as well. We've still got the holes to weld though. There's one there, there's none in there, no, but the other side does, you know. But what I'm needing to do, you guys, is we've got a new set of BF Goodrich, which I'll show you in a minute, and we're going to swap these across, because basically, guys, the other tyres are pretty perished. That one is passable, but it's still perished. So I think what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to use this as a spare for the back of the car, and what we'll do is we'll take 2 wheels down to McConaughey's at a time, then I'll swish the car around again, and then we can do the other side. But yeah, so we've still got the trim to do. You'll see there, guys, it's not nice. I think that'll sand, I think, you know, we'll see if it'll really clean up like this, you know. And the same with the front end. So there we are, guys, look, a used set of BF Goodrich from my mate. And what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to dress these up so they look really black and it make the writing pop, you know. And that'll just make it look really, really cool. But I power washed them last night and they're looking really good. Couple of little bits, but we'll fix that. Yeah, so guys, with no parts yet, which are supposed to be coming in tomorrow, and I've sent off the 2 wheels down to get changed over, the 2 tyres. I can't actually move the Land Rover now, but hey ho, you know, it means we've got the underneath, you know, all under sealed from sort of about there backwards. We've got the under the arches done and all the bits and pieces. There's a hole to fix in there, to weld in there, and obviously these brake discs might have to get changed, so again we're waiting on parts for that. Right, so guys, I thought I'd maybe give this arches a bit of a rub down with the sandpaper, and I just sanded it away and try to put on some of this black paint now just to see. So I've just done a little test up there and a little test over there just to see what it'll look like. I think, guys, we are going to make it look really, really good. So here we are back from the McConaughey's, the tyre place, you guys. Look, and we've got the BF Goodrich on now, and I've got the other one to go on just there. So guys, basically what I need to do is put these on and then spin the car around, and then I've got to take the other 2 off and take them down. But I've got front lights to do in the car and a couple of other jobs on the front end, so we can do that as well. So it's coming together, guys, slowly but surely. Yes, that's the car spun round now, guys, and as you can see, I mean, look at the wheels. Really, really lets it down, doesn't it? But I think what we're going to do, guys, is see that colour of grey we've got there? I wouldn't mind just a lighter colour of that on there. You know the little rim that goes all the way around? I think we'll do that red in the future for getting these side steps, and they could be kind of reddish as well, you know, could have a red stripe or something, you know. But basically, guys, we have to get touch-up paint for all these little bits, and like I said, it's aluminium body anyway, but you have to kind of build up the primer and then put on the paint, you know, and we'll probably just do that at the end, which I think would be a really good idea. Isn't he a lovely looking thing, eh? Kids have called him Frank. So that's it, he's Frank forevermore. Right, guys, that's us just back. I've just dropped off the 2 other wheels to get done, but I'm going to try and take this opportunity, guys, because we've got this side of the car up. I'm going to try and take this opportunity to get some of this stuff cleaned. There's a lot of grime, you can just see it on that diff there, and we've got some stuff for that. I don't know what you guys will have in your own country, but this is like a heavy duty engine degreaser. And what you do with this stuff, guys, is you basically just paint it on and leave it for about 20 minutes, and then you can power wash it back off again. So that's what I'm going to try and do just up in there to try and get this looking as nice as we can. Get this filter off, guys. We'll get the new one on as well, and again we're just we're just painting, cleaning up, you know. But again, look, that arch is kind of going. I think that's going to have to be a Stuart job. I'm still kind of debating as to whether to do some of the welding myself, but yeah, this stuff's really good for that. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, if you take a look at that, that was just covered with grease and muck and all sorts of stuff, and now it's not. So we'll do the same stuff on the engine. We'll do that a little bit later, but yeah, we're looking pretty good, guys. This video, guys, we're still being a bit bitty, if I could call it that, because we're still waiting for parts to come in at the time of sort of filming this. So really what I'm trying to do is get as many little things done as possible before the parts come in. Yeah, so we'll get on with this back right arch. Take a look at this. Really, really, really rough. And what I want to do is rub it back, just like I was doing with the other ones, but rub it back a little bit so it's nice and smooth like that, so we can paint on it. So it's feeling really nice, guys. I've been watching us scratch the paintwork up in here, guys. So I'm just going to kind of go right up to the edge of it, gently. That's certainly looking better, you guys. I think maybe just a power wash, I think, but I'll switch off the power wash and switch it back on again. Yeah, so guys, that's it power washed off now. And as you can see, guys, it kind of looks okay. Once it dries, it'll go a bit sort of light grey again. But that's it kind of almost ready, basically, guys, to get that sort of finishing touches, which should make the car look really good. We'll do the same with the front, because it's quite bad up here. It's kind of okay there. You see as soon as you start rubbing where it comes off. Right, so back arch and front arch done, you guys. I think what we're going to do next is go into the engine. I can't move the car. We haven't got the brake discs in yet, so I couldn't do them even if I'm kind of wanting to, you know, so I'm a little bit stuck. Can't even shift the car, obviously. So I think we'll hit the engine bay, guys. And as you can see, guys, for an 18-year-old car, pretty good, pretty good. At first glance, that is. You know, I'd really like to get all this buffed up and looking really nice, guys, you know. And obviously, I mean, look how old that turbo is and that, guys, you know, dearie me. A long time. I think this was, the alternator was changed at some point as well. Can't remember. Is that the alternator? And yeah, but you see, if you look kind of down, now you're starting to see kind of real dirt. See on that chassis there? And we've got some dirt sitting over here from that sort of previous welding job that was done. Yeah, and it doesn't look great, guys, but it's actually fine. It's the arch is solid up in there, so should be okay with that. And obviously, guys, I've always kind of prided myself on is keeping these electrics all nice look. Got to keep all these looking really nice. Right, so if I can remember rightly, guys, I think it's pretty much these two bolts here by the looks of things. I'm not really overly concerned about what I'm going to find, but I think there will be a bit of oil and whatnot that needs to be cleaned up and sorted out, guys. But again, all this makes a big difference. You know, sometimes you've got quite a lot of oil in the engine. The inside of the car can smell, you know, just from the oil being sort of burned off on the engine or cooking on the engine. So it's always good to have a clean one. Always good. Let's see, is that it? It is that, you guys. It is that. Whoopsie. So as you can see, guys, not such a pretty sight now, you know, with that cover, but hey ho, look at this. But yeah, all this stuff will come off, guys, you know. What I'm really looking for is, you know, any leaks around these hoses and pipes and stuff like that, you know. But guys, generally it's absolutely fine. So not as pretty, guys, but we'll make it very, very pretty indeed. Once we put on the gunk stuff all over the top of here, guys, I mean, even just down the side, look, even just, oh sorry guys, that bit's over there, down the side, you know, it makes a huge difference, even down in there. So I'm really going to go for a mix of the gunk stuff for the really bad bits, and maybe go for the, you know, just some degreaser with the rest. As you can see under here, guys, you know, this is pretty messy. And this little power wash up, do all that as well, leave it to dry. Normally we just dry on the engine anyway, but since the car's sitting, we'll just power wash it and keep it aside. So again, guys, with the gunk, we're just going to put it all on like that. We're going to leave it for a bit, just to soak in, and we'll give it a really, really good power wash, guys. Hopefully it'll come up nice. I'm sure it'll still look a bit stained. You know, you're never going to get these things perfect, you know. Right, we'll get nearest damn it, eh? We'll try our best to get nearest damn it. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to put this stuff into a spray bottle, you know that? I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. I think that's what we're going to do, because this is going to take a lot of while otherwise, guys. We're just not going to get all the bits I'd like. But of course with the spray bottle, you've pretty much got it in the bag. Yeah, tell you something, guys, that is. There's oil, look at that. White oil, just round about in that bit. It's oil mixed with water. No, spray bottle. Yes, what I think I'll do, guys, is I'll spray the rubbers with just normal sort of degreaser. Just like this, as you see. Just on some of the rubbers and whatnot, guys. It really sort of brings it all up. It's all well worth it, guys. Yeah, so just kept going to town with the degreaser on that, guys, but we're back onto the gunk. And now we're going to try and get in about all these places, guys. In there, and I'll leave it for a little while as well, eh? Make sure it does its job. Not bad, guys, not bad at all. Went to town on it with a pressure washer, of course, guys, but you can still see just a couple of little bits here and there. You know, but hey, that's a lot better. When it dries, it should go quite a nice light colour. So again, just peace of mind, guys. Bit better, eh, guys? Look at that. I mean, that was just black earlier on. That's looking really good. It's not 100%, I always sort of say that, you know, we could probably do more. And I think once I've got it MOT'd and I do the service and stuff like that, you know, we'll go back over these bits again and get it looking really good. Now, guys, we will do a service of the engine. You know, mate, if I've got time before the MOT, I will, you know, do the oil change, do the antifreeze and, you know, check everything over. But for now, just after I've washed this engine, guys, this is what I like doing. So with some WD-40, you see all your little connections there. Look, all your electrical connections. There's loads of them, you know, sort of over any engine. They're all there, guys, you know. And of course, for older vehicles, you need a little bit more TLC with them, you know. So what I tend to do after I've done that is get all of these done, guys. That's even just the horn, that doesn't matter, you know. And that lubricates it, guys, and protects it, and it really cleans it as well, you know. And that's what I do anyway. That's my thing. Get him done. There's not many over this side of the car. I think it's really the other side that's the kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah. Again, guys, you know, just get it in there. That's what I do. Yeah, 'cause now we're down and round about this now. Let's see if I can get to the tips of these. And even like your Jubilee clips and stuff like that, guys, I tend to sort of do them as well. And like I said, guys, you know, this is all because this is an older car. There's got to be that little bit more TLC going into it, you know. That's looking good for now, guys. And again, back down in here under the battery tray here. Look, guys, we'll just get all that just now while we're here. Battery should be fine. Lights. Oh, come on. I think I'm just about running out, guys. And again, all these connections down in here, guys, as well. Just find them all, get them done. So we've got our up. I've done the arches now, obviously, and we've done this side bits. That's already to paint. Still waiting for the dark two wheels to come back from the garage. But if we get down here, guys, this is a problem. Look at that. That's not working at all. And of course that one, that's the way that it's supposed to look. What I need to do, guys, is get this off, clean it, and find out what kind of bulb it takes, because I don't think I've ever changed one of these. And we'll see how it comes out. After much hassle, guys, I couldn't get the camera in there at all, guys, to show you, but we've got it. That's the baby right there, and it looks blown as well. And we've also managed to get the power washer in behind and get that whole sort of assembly cleaned out from behind, so it's pretty minging. Rusty water and muck and dirt and all sorts of stuff. So that should be both of them working now. Obviously just have to get another bulb for it, but we are still waiting on parts, you guys. Right guys, we've got the BF Goodrich's home now, looking really good, and as you can see, my good lady here is painting them up, guys. And this is like a tyre paint, isn't it, hun?
It smells nice.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll dull down. It looks a bit shiny because it's wet, guys. But it's a bit of an older tyre. It's second hand, so this will make it look really nice, I think. But I need to go and get some milk, eh, hun?
Yeah, we're needing a cup of tea.
Alright, tell ya. You have to have a woman that's into Land Rovers and cars before you can do this on your kitchen floor, let me tell you. So, right, so back under the driver's side arch now, you guys, and as you can see with the power washing and the gunk look, that diffs really came up. So we need to underseal that. And yeah, and a couple other little bits like that, look under there, guys. I'm just going to have to rub them down again and paint them. Because I just ripped off this one here. That panel, it was all messy. But really, guys, to get to the end of this video is doing underneath the engine. And for that, I need to get this baby back on its wheels. Right, that's the prepped tyre now as well, you guys, if you can see there. That's just the inside. You'll remember that the BF Goodrich has got white writing, but it's basically time now to put it back on, guys. There's no welding needing done under this side, I don't think. I've certainly checked it best as I can. That disc will need changed. But guys, I was thinking about doing the discs, but I don't have air tools, and Land Rovers are really quite difficult, you know, sometimes to get the caliper off, especially if it's a bit older. So I think I'm just going to leave the welding and the calipers to the guys that know best. Hey, but look at this, here we go. And I'm not going to be able to get these painted before the MOT, we'll do that afterwards. But as you can see, guys, Sharon put on this, and it's proper black paint for rubber, and boy, it makes it look really good. Right, so that's us back on, guys, and as always, you know, I've just tightened up the nuts, but when it comes down we'll tighten them right up. But never ever, guys, I know it looks nice and safe and whatever, you never put hands or arms underneath when the car's jacked up like this, okay? Just be really nice and safe. Good working practice. Even though we're perfectly safe, look, we've got the axle stand there, we've got the bottle jack, wheels on, but you know, just don't take the risk. Come on, man, I need a new bottle jack, guys. Nice and slow. Here we go. TLC, the old Land Rovers need, people. Right guys, so last bit of the video now, and this is up under the front end now, and as you can see, that gunk from up above the engine there is rolled down and really cleaned off the sump and bits and pieces. But basically, guys, what I'm going to do is give this a good elbow grease job with a gunk, power wash this thing, and then underseal it. Underseal all the bits I can see anyway. As you can see, guys, it's really coming up and coming good. Bit sort of timeless, you know, that's what I keep saying, it's a bit timeless. You know, a lot of cars are very modern with greys and all sorts of stuff, but this car is particularly beautiful inside. And then back on the passenger side, I get the back seats, you guys, the passengers, again, just beautiful, you know, and you've got that bits up there. So we are going to have to sort that headlining, guys, but I'm thinking about putting in sunroofs back and forth. You'll see the rectangular space. So that means we could actually do that at the same time, you know what I mean? Which would be really cool. But guys, the welding's going to be definitely down to our boy Stuart, because they are, you know, welders and they weld all the time. And basically, guys, again, we're just in our driveway here. It's not ideal at all for welding. It's been quite, you know, difficult even doing this. But basically, Stuart's got that one to do. He'll have that one to do, and I know there's one over the other side and this side as well that we need to have a quick look at. But this seems to be the worst, guys, and this was the back end that launched the boat. I mean, when I was taking the boat into the harbour, guys, we're up to about there. You know, it's not far away. And I can't even remember if I washed it off. I obviously should have had that time, but I don't think we'll be doing that again. But listen, guys, thanks so much for watching. I know it's not been a very technical video as such, you know, but hopefully you've seen the underneath of the Discovery and, you know, what we're trying to push on to get done. Next time we're going to get the door done, and that should be all ready to go way down and get MOT'd. So listen, thanks for watching, guys, and God bless.